Greetings and welcome to another video. It's Sunday 17th of August 2025 and I'm back in Wellington again today, continuing on from the videos I made on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And from all that we're going to be looking for two things today. The first thing we're looking for is going to be a section of a Telford T50 50-mile trail, and the second thing is a little location I've visited before about 3 years ago, which is a good little spot to be honest, and it happens to be along the way looking for the Telford T50 mile trail, but we'll talk about the second location when we get there. And yeah, it's another hot and sunny day today. It's a good thing I got a haircut sorted the other day, because I needed it, to be honest. Yeah, I feel a lot better with that haircut sorted, which is going to make today a lot easier. So yeah, speaking of today, let's crack on. So yeah, as you can see, we're starting at this little wooden footbridge here. And if we follow the footbridge in front of me along the path in the direction in front of me, as we saw on Wednesday's video, this path will take us all the way through Ercall Wood Nature Reserve and will connect us back to Buckatree Hall Hotel. But we're not going this way today. Instead, we're just coming over here. So yeah, public footpath behind me. And these various signposts here, which all point off at the same time in this direction here, down this road. And if you were to travel along this road in the direction I'm facing, that'll take us into Wellington. But we're not going that way today. Instead, walking from Wellington along this road, going up in this direction instead, is going to take us where we want to go to. So as you can see, we're going to be heading to Wrekin Golf Club, and to get to Wrekin Golf Club, and specifically to where we want to go to today, we're just going to walk around like this and follow the road in the direction I'm facing right now. So yeah, with that in mind, let's go forward. So welcome to Wrekin Golf Club. If you want to explore the golf club itself, then you just follow the road in front of me going to my right, the one we're looking at right now. But we're not going that way today. Instead, we're following this path to my left here. Now, if you watched my videos that I made on Monday, you'll know, especially if you watch the third one, but all three of my videos are made on Monday. If you were to follow the path in front of me now, then this path is part of a giant loop going around the Wrekin Forest Trails, and it will eventually loop back to the Buckatree Hall Hotel. But because we've already explored this path on Monday, we're not going to be going that way. Instead, we're coming here, back to Limekiln Wood Local Nature Reserve. And we did explore this way on Wednesday, but at the same time, this is the path we want to go along to get to where we want to go. So yeah, with that in mind, let's crack on up this way. Now, because I explored Limekiln Wood Nature Reserve on Wednesday, there's going to be a big chunk of this path I'm not going to include in this video today, because we've already seen much of it during my video on Wednesday, and I think, no, Friday I meant to say. Yeah, because I've already explored Limekiln Wood along this path I'm on right now the other day, on Friday, we're going to skip ahead quite a bit, but we will recap at a certain point further along the path. It's to save time, mostly, and also if you want to see how this path I'm on right now connects to where we're going to be going today, then by all means go back and watch the video I made on Friday, the 2 videos I made on Friday, and from there you can easily connect them to this path today. So yeah, with that in mind, let's carry on. So if you remember my video on Friday, we're now at the bit where there's this boardwalk, this set of wooden steps taking us further along. It's quite handy, this little boardwalk, to be honest, but at the same time, be advised of any broken bits of wood along here, and just be careful you step, you don't want to trip up or anything. But otherwise, let's carry on. So if you had watched my second video on Friday, you'll remember this pathway to my left, which we followed during my second video on Friday, and this path to my left will lead us back to where we started our video today. We're not going to be going that way today because we've already done this path on Friday. Instead, we're going to be turning to my right, and to get to where we want to go, we're looking for this metal gate, and we're going to be following the path in front of me, going this way to get to where we want to go. So yeah, let's crack on. And as you can see, the path goes up and to my right, so we're following the path uphill as it turns to my right. And like I said, if you watched my videos on Friday, you'll recognise this path. And it's a good path to explore. I really enjoyed being here on Friday, and it's a good day today to be here again. So yeah, nice one. As you can see, we've got a signpost in front of me for the Wrekin Forest Trails, and it's that red arrow there pointing in the direction straight ahead, and that's the direction we want to go today. But before we do that, there's this footpath to my right. I'm not sure where that goes, to be honest with you. I get the feeling I explored this path before, maybe 3 years ago, in one of my previous videos when I was last here at Limekiln Nature Reserve 3 years ago. But I'm going to have to check some of my older videos about that. At the end of the day, I can't remember if I've been this way or not, but I'll have to maybe think about coming here again another day. In the meantime, as I said, we're going to be following this path in front of me, following the red arrow, because it's this way. This way is a way to get to where we want to be. So let's crack on. So as you can see, we're at another signpost along where we are exploring, and as you can see, one of the signposts is for the Hutchinson Way, pointing off in the direction of this path here to my right. Now, when I was here on Friday, I did say something like I thought this path I'm looking at would be part of the path I actually ended up exploring on Friday. It turned out that was not the case. I did not end up along this path here. I don't know where it goes to be honest. I can't remember. Well, I say that. I know I've explored this path in front of me once before, a few years ago, but I can't remember where it goes to. Maybe I'll come back another day, give it another explore, but we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, we're sticking to the signposts that point off in this direction here, because it's along this path here. This is a path we want to use to get to where we want to go. Now this is a really nice part of the path in front of me. As you can see, it's well shaded from the sun and well protected from the heat, so it's nice and cool around here. I really do appreciate this section of path. I'll be honest, I'm glad I brought a bottle of water with me today. The past couple of days, as you can imagine, with the heat wave going on, it's been, well, on one hand gorgeous weather, on the other hand, well, the heat wave has been a bit annoying for basically everyone. I love the sunshine, just don't like the heat. So if you're ever doing what I'm doing today, especially on a day like today, make sure you have a bottle of water with you just to stay hydrated and all that. So yeah, let's carry on. So on Friday, when we were here, we saw this signpost in front of me, and even though the signs point directly ahead, at the same time one of them, the black arrow, does point up to this path here on the right. And as we found out on Friday, this path here that I'm looking at, if we were to follow it, and as we saw on Friday's video, it will eventually loop back round to this spot here. So it's a big loop. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're going to be following the path in front of me or the path that I'm looking at now. In either case, it will always loop back to where I'm standing right now. And then if you wanted, you can basically, on one hand, go back along this path here, back to where we started our video, and further explore some of the other sections of the Limekiln Wood Nature Reserve. Or you can follow one of the other paths you can find further along this trail. And that's what we're going to be doing at the moment, because the Telford T50 50-mile trail can be found along in the direction we're facing at the moment. So with that in mind, let's carry on. Now this is going to be an important landmark, point of reference to what I'll be wanting to do today. And we saw it in my video on Friday, and it's this path here we're going to be looking at. This path is the path I want to explore, but at the same time we're not going to follow it from here. We're going to come back to this path later on, and I'll talk about what I mean by that in a few minutes. In the meantime, we're going to continue along the path in front of me, and all will make sense as we go along. So yeah, just gonna head off this way. And as you can see, here we are at a section of a footpath that takes us in one direction along the Hutchinson Way, and in another direction along a section of the Wrekin Forest Trails. And what we want to do is head over here . The Hutchinson Way continues off in the direction along this path here, as does the Wrekin Forest Trail, as you can see by that signpost up there. And also, yeah, the Coronation Trail, Telford 2025. Now, we're not going to be following this path in front of me today, because we explored this section of path when we were here on Friday. We already saw on Friday and in the video that I made on Friday how that path in front of me turns out. And as we saw, there is a section of the Telford T50 50-mile trail going up in that direction in front of me. However, if we turn around, you see this road in front of me? I did reference it when I was here on Friday, and I said that this road in front of me takes us down to Wellington, and it's this road in front of me that we're going to be looking at today. So yeah, we're going to be walking down this way to find what we're looking for. I remember exploring along here 3 years ago, but I found my way here from a completely different direction to what I've done today, basically. And I was rather surprised finding my way here, because before that moment I had no idea this place existed. But now I do. It's on a day like today, I find this area a fantastic place to explore. It's absolutely beautiful around here. This is a really peaceful and beautiful road to explore. But before we get to exploring this road, there's somewhere on my left, close by to where I'm standing right now, which is something I'm looking for. And hang about, here we are. Here we are. It's this little place here. So yeah, this is what I'm looking for. And as you can see, it's part of the Telford T50 50-mile trail. And what we're going to do is climb over this and check this path out. So yeah. So yeah, let's head up this way. And here we are. We're back to where we were. Say that again. We are back to where we were early on in the video. If you recognise this tree stump I'm looking at, and if we look to my left, that's the path we followed, which eventually led us to where I'm standing right now, because it looped around. On the other hand, if we look to my right, the direction I'm looking at right now, if we were to follow the path in front of me, that will take us all the way back to where we started this video, at Limekiln Wood Nature Reserve entrance and the Wrekin Golf Club. But we're not going to be going in the direction in front of me because, well, we've already explored that path. And what we're going to do instead is head back down this path here, come back, we'll go back along where we just came from, and yeah, from there we'll talk about what we want to do next. So here we are, back at this little point, and if you can see here, move that out of the way, the Telford T50 50-mile trail points in two directions. Firstly, along the path behind me that we've just explored, and that will eventually loop around. If we were to follow a path behind me and then, well, double back on ourselves kind of, if we were to follow the path there, that will eventually loop us back to the top of this road and a couple of footpaths where this section, well, the Telford T50 50-mile trail will also be part of up there, as we saw, I think, on Friday. But we're not going that way today. Instead, where, see this signpost to my left, the Telford T50 50-mile trail is taking us down this road in front of me, and this road should be taking us into Wellington, and that's the way we're going to be going now. So yeah, let's carry on. Now, before we go any further down this road, there's something important I want to have a look at. And it's this sort of signpost here. Welcome to Steeraway. And by the looks of it, the collection of houses in front of us and the farm in front of us all make up this location called Steeraway. And it's a beautiful little area, to be honest. Once upon a time I had no idea this place existed until I was making another video about 3 years ago, and that video led me to basically where I'm standing right now. I was pleasantly surprised to find this place, because like I said, before that point I had no idea this place existed. But it's an absolutely gorgeous place, it is. I love it around here, it's really peaceful. So yeah, depending on what path you end up exploring while you walk around Limekiln Wood Nature Reserve, you may find yourself here in Steeraway and on the edge of various other different footpaths, various other woodland walks going off in various different directions. And well, each of those paths going off in different directions are all worthwhile exploring if you're able to do so. So yeah, nice one. Welcome to Steeraway. Now on that note, what we're going to do now is basically turn around and we're going to be following the path, well, following the road in front of me, because it's down this way is a section of, well, we're basically on the Telford T50 50-mile trail, and the point of this video moving forward is to show how that works out. So with that in mind, let's carry on down this road here and look for the various signposts for the Telford T50 50-mile trail. Now as we walk along this road in front of me, I want to point out this path to my right here. Now if I remember correctly, this footpath in front of me leads along an absolutely gorgeous trail that takes you back to a series of footpaths which lead you to a part of Telford called the Works. Now I think I did explore this footpath a few years ago, and it was coming from the Works which led to this path here, which led to me first finding out about Steeraway and some of the other footpaths near to where I'm standing now. We're not going to be following this path today because it's going to be a very, very long way to go going that way, but it might be worth going along that path again sometime. I'd enjoy doing that, but not today. Just have to remember where this path is, to be honest here. In the meantime, we're carrying on down this way, and as I said, this way should be part of the Telford T50 50-mile trail, and if I remember correctly, the last time I was here a few years ago, we should be seeing signposts confirming that along the way. So yeah, with that in mind, let's carry on. Okay, I've found what I'm looking for. If you look at this lamp post over here, you'll see this signpost for the Telford T50 50-mile trail. Yep, yeah, I remember seeing this, and yeah, this last time I was here. I knew something like this is around here somewhere, so as you can see, it's pointing straight on forward, taking us further down the road. And I think in front of me there's another one of those signposts. Let's have a closer look. Is it here? No. But we know where we're going now, we know where we're supposed to be, and we're just heading on further down the road in front of me. You know, I'm thinking that it's along a path like this, or a road in this case, that you often hear about sightings of big cats of one kind or another in the British countryside. I've never seen any big cats living in the wild in the countryside of the UK myself, but I've heard lots of stories. I tend to think there is something to those stories, and I remember I've got a couple of newspaper articles from the Shropshire Star in 2006 talking about a couple of sightings here in Telford. I don't think I'll ever see a big cat in the English countryside myself, but it would be nice. I like to think there's something potential to those stories. But no, walking along a road like this today just makes me think of all those sightings of big cats around the countryside of the UK. So yeah, as you can see, we're further down the road now, further along in the direction that the Telford T50 mile trail pointed us in. Okay, so now we're at the end of a road we've just been exploring, basically, and this is where I find myself. The road we've just walked down brings us to this housing estate here in front of me, and this is part of Wellington. Now, I can't find any more signposts for the Telford T50 50-mile trail, and without a map of the Telford T50 mile trail, I don't know which direction it goes in. So what we're going to do today at the moment is follow the road in front of me and it's this way we're going to go to get into Wellington. So with that in mind, let's carry on forward along the path, along the road in the direction I'm facing. Let's carry on. So this is where we're at now. Yeah, this new housing estate's been finished, or built and finished for a while now. It looks nice, this place, this housing estate in front of me. So probably expensive to buy a property there, but there we are. And as you can see, we're on the edge of Dawley Road, which connects Dawley to Wellington basically. This here, as you can see, is Bailey Road, and Bailey Road goes that way. Yeah, we're in Bailey Road at the moment, as you can see, and if we were to follow Bailey Road in the direction I'm facing right now, that'll take us back to where we came from, and the road in front of me will lead us back to where we were at Steeraway. And if we have a look behind me, and if we have a look over there, this here is Dawley Road, and if we're to follow Dawley Road in the direction I'm facing at the moment, that'll take us into Wellington. However, if we were to turn around and come up this way, if we go all the way along Dawley Road in the direction I'm facing right now, that'll take us into Dawley, basically. So yeah, good time situation. But as things stand, as you can see, we're on the edge of Wellington right now. And I think this would be a good time to finish this video basically. So yeah, welcome to Wellington. On that note, I'm going to finish this video here. Thank you everyone for watching. I really do appreciate everyone taking the time to watch my video today, especially if you made it all the way down to the end of the video. Thank you. It's been a good afternoon, and I've really enjoyed being out and about today and exploring the path that we explored today. From this point onwards, I don't know which direction the Telford T50 mile trail goes in, but I'll have to look into that another time, or at least try to. In the meantime, take care, be safe, have a good day today, and yeah, take care of yourselves. I'll see you all soon in the next video. Take care and goodbye.